Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah, Kodash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth, so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith and the works. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 17. It says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of power, and have the testimony of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai." All right. These times that we living in is only promised to get worse and worse and worse. And it's all geared towards us, Yasharallah, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, so-called Hispanics, and all our brethren around the world, all of so-called Negro descent. It's about you, right? It's about you being at the bottom. Because these devils fully understand, as long as you're at the bottom of society, as long as they can keep you in sin, as long as they can keep your mind occupied on nonsense, then that means they're running the world, right? But the prophecies pertaining to the end times are unfolding, and they understand that, right? So, let me go up a bit. It's the book of Revelation 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." This devil is seeing us on these videos, seeing us breaking down scriptures, seeing us going into their history books and exposing the truth about them. They seeing the word of truth. They seeing that the spirit of the Most High is back on this earth, right? They seeing that their time is up. So it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. That's why they cranking up these draconian laws, man. And that's spoken of in Revelation 13. Okay, let's get that right quick. So, let's see. Just the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." Right? That's those draconian laws, the martial law, that's going to be introduced. Right? The mandates that's going to lead a lot of people to go into prison, man. It's going to get worse, man. If you can't see it, you bugging. If you can't see what's going on nowadays, man, you bugging, right? So we got to get our minds wrapped around the situation. All right, the situation is very dire, right? But at the end of the day, those of us that have been suffering already, right? The Most High He sees that. He see what you're going through, right? He see your efforts. He see you trying, right? He see you vexed with this society. You vexed with this world. He see your thoughts as it pertains to the things that's going on this earth, and he hears you praying for the destruction of this place, right? And the Most High has promises for individuals who do just that. All right, so first, I'm going to go to, well, not first, but I want to go to Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, "And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." You've been marked, right? If you already got it, you have that spirit inside of you, and that spirit been in you your whole life, right? Your whole life you've been around people that love to do evil, but it didn't feel right to you. Your whole life, but you couldn't explain that, right? At the end of the day, that's the Most High land. You know you separate, man. You different from everybody else, and that's an awesome thing, right? You've been marked, just as well as the individuals who don't have that spirit, who were never meant to have that spirit. This word has reached out to them too, and they've also been marked, and that mark is going to turn physical, just like the righteous mark is going to get turned physical. The righteous mark is gonna get turned physical with that salvation, that first round salvation, right? While you looking down at the earth burn from the chariots, and that unrighteous mark is gonna manifest until you taking the MOTB and you being marked as a servant for that dragon, right? But it says, I'm gonna read that again. And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. That smite gonna start with them chariots and them ICBM missiles coming to tear this place up. And any individual that aligns themselves with this beast and its system, right? You've been marked for death, man. You can't understand what's going on in your world that you're involved in. In this world that you wake up in every day, you are confounded at what's going on right under your nose, right? The Most High say you're gonna have to pay for that, man, because he put his spirit back on the earth, man. He has his understanding of his word back on the earth for free. You ain't got to pay for it. A lot of people ain't even got to go nowhere for it. People, that truth come to you, right? But what do? You turn your nose at it. You say it's crazy. You say it's unbelievable, and you go right back to your nonsense. Most High say you're gonna have to pay for that, man. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. From the top. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. We've already begun to do so, right? We are standing bold in front of whoever bringing out the truth, because the truth is all that matters. The truth is your strength, right? Psalm 27:1 says, Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Of whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? That's powerful right there. That means no matter where I go on this planet, I'm never alone. And I have a backing that's stronger than a pistol, stronger than a sword, stronger than a government, stronger than a military. I got a power that's backing me that created everything, and that will destroy anything that gets in his path, that will destroy anything that comes contrary to him and is promised to do so. So I can stand on there boldly, right? It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled and Salah. They shall be troubled with fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Right? Now that's speaking about them chariots swinging low, man. People are not expecting, right, them quote unquote crazy individuals that they see on the highways and hedges talking about the so-called white man and talking about so-called black man. They not expecting them people to be true. They not expecting us to be true. No matter what knowledge you bring to them, no matter what evidence you bring, no matter how many books you present, no matter how many scriptures you break down, no matter how many archaeological finds you can prove, they do not believe it. Right? And the main part of that is the Most High didn't bless them with the spirit. A minor part of that is they've been trusting in Esau for so long. And Esau has taught you to hate yourself. Esau has broken the so-called blacks, natives, and Hispanics self-esteem down so bad to the point to where if you tell them that they are not that, they are the Most High chosen people, that they are kings and priests on this earth, they refuse to believe it, because their whole life they've only been told and showed that you don't matter. You are trash, and there's no point of you even being here. Literally, that's the thought of a majority of our people. Why am I here? Because life is so hard. And they can't understand if God loves us so much, why would he take us through this? They can't understand that, hey, it's your fault, nigga. All right, do good. It's simple. You do good, you get back in good standings with the Father. Yes, He gonna take you through things because you still got to pay for what you did, whether in this life or the past. Right? They can't understand that. But the Most High said, man, at the end of the day, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. That's even the Most High's people, because 2/3 got to get put to death. So 2/3 of the Most High people are going to see the salvation of the 1/3. And they gonna wonder like, damn, man, they getting lifted up and we still down here getting bombed on. I mean, you had the opportunity, but you chose not. Right? It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. That's what a lot of people think when they see us out there on the highways and hedges bringing it out. Them niggas crazy. And at the end of the day, they ain't gonna be shit. Right? Because they talking down on everything about this place. So how can they? Not understanding that this world is not even real. And you striving to be something in this place, man. This place that won't even allow you to be you in order to make a certain level of success. Which is crazy. Right? Verse 5 says, how is he numbered among the children of power, and his lot is among the saints? That's what they gonna say. That's thus says the Most High. And that's speaking about the individuals that are suffering now for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who are choosing not to follow the world, but choosing to follow the word because it's in their spirit to do so. That's a blessing, man. Count yourself blessed, man, if that's you. Right? Yahweh Ratazah, me and you that's watching this video and hearing these words, we are those people. Right? Don't nobody want to suffer and then go to the next and then suffer there too. No, we don't want that. Right? We want to be first round draft picks into the kingdom. We want to be looking down at the destruction from the chariots. Matter of fact, it's the book of Revelation. Revelation chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of power. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. That's the chariots. That's Israel in a big ass chariot, right? And whatever this technology is that's on this chariot, it makes the actual inside of the chariot look clear, so that you can see underneath it. You can see through it, right? And what's being seen is everything on fire. Right? It says, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of power. Right? That's salvation, man. And that's us looking at the destruction of the wicked. Because the Most High promised us that's the only form of that fire we gonna feel is looking at it. That's it. Let's get that. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 9 and 1. Psalms 9 and 1 and 8 says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. That's a promise from the Father, man. That's a promise from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But guess why? Guess why the individuals will be able to only see and not be involved with, right, the reward of the wicked. Verse 9 says, because thou hast made Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. That means you stay in the spirit. right? That means you always meditating on his word. That means you stay occupied in prophecy. Even when you operating in worldly things, you going to work. Your mind on script. Your mind is praying. Your mind is on, am I doing right according to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai? Not according to these niggas. Am I looking good to the Father? Even when you watching, regular whatever it is TV, you calling out the nonsense that's on there, right? And you relating it to scripts. That's the mindset of a righteous individual. Thus says the Most High, right? Because it's all in the scripts, man. The mind of a righteous man is all in scripts, right? Let's see. As far as the individuals that will partake in the destruction, the Most High says that day to you is going to be horrible, man. This the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 6. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. All right. Now, that word blackness, I looked it up in the blue letter. It means dread. In fact, it means dread with terror. So when these individuals finally see the judgment day of the Most High that the prophets have been warning about for so long, right? Terror is going to take you over, man. You will not be able to shake it, right? Imagine that, man. Ain't no more tomorrow. That's it. You reach a point to where the world that you hold near and dear to yourself has begun to be over with. Like, there is no after this. That's a terrible mindset to have, man. That's a terrible feeling to have. And you know you ain't been doing right. And you know everything you seen, you heard somebody tell you it was going to happen. And they instructed you to repent and do what was right. And instead of you doing so, you mocked. You were unbelieving. Right? You did your own thing. You operated in the world, counted those individuals mad. The Most High said you're going to earn all of their terror that's going to come upon you, man. And you're not going to be able to shake it. The Most High said that cup you're going to have to drink, man. You're going to have to drink it to the full. All right? Understand who you dealing with, man. The Father is not to be played with. Why you continue to try to do so is beyond me. All right? But scripture even explains that too. It's because you don't get instant judgment for the wrong that you do. So a lot of people don't even believe in God because they haven't been punished for the evil that they've committed. They haven't seen people around the world get punished for the evil that they've committed. But people die every day. The hell you talking about? People die every day, horrible deaths. That's judgment from the Father. Right? So at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, man, hey, if you operating in the spirit of truth, continue to do so. Hold that thing down. Pay no attention to this world because they don't get it. It ain't in them to get. All right? And when they see your salvation, man, that's when them jaws going to drop and they're going to fully understand that they were in the presence of a prophet and they were in the presence of saints. All right? So, most High willing, these precepts in this video were edifying. Call Halom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Harakak Wadash Shalom Yashala.